fourth series so far, and a capacity crowd is on hand to see if their guys can fight to live another day. It's Game 5 of the National League Division Series between the LA Dodgers and the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. With me are Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, this is still anyone's series as we get ready for Game 5.
And guys, I'm going to be so sorry to see this series end. I mean, it's been a classic struggle. Offense one night, pitching the next night. We knew coming in that these teams matched up pretty well. But now tied at 2-2, well, it's all going to come down to Game 5 to decide the winner. And I think that's exactly what we hoped for all along.
Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Washington Nationals.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. Time now to check out the lineup for the visiting Dodgers. Steve, how do they go about keeping the series alive?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Steven Strasburg gets the call in Game 5 in front of the hometown faithful. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, in his last start, he went 6 innings. Didn't have a favorable outcome, ended up taking the loss, but he was relatively decent. We'll look to build on that here.
And with that, let's take a look at how the Nats will align themselves defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, we talk about the top catchers in the game. We talk about Molina, Posey, but Wilson Ramos, he does a lot of things really well. Very quick feet behind that plate, allows for him to get into a good throwing position, kind of stymie that running game. We'll see how he does in this one.
Jock Peterson is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0.
First pitch, 7:06.
A little late that time as he swings and misses for strike one. Good night for baseball all in all. Game time temperature 63 degrees. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's a good location for the fastball there. That's what he'll need to do. Try to get the hitters to expand their zone. Get these guys reaching for stuff off the plate.
Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Strasburg steps into the windup. Here's the 1-2. Oh, and a good curveball gets him swinging for the first out of the evening.
And a lot of times, it takes an inning or two to really get the feel for your curveball and how it's moving. But I don't think that applies here because this pitch is a beauty for the first out of the ballgame.
Corey Seager will get his shot now. Great power numbers during the regular season. Still searching for that first home run in the postseason, however.
And these guys really need him to start producing because it seems like pitchers have the upper hand in the postseason. You're always facing the other team's best. And they've pretty well neutralized him all October long.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
And he lays off for ball one. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Yeah, Ferguson might call a few strikes below the knees from time to time, but he tends to get pretty high praise. He's consistent, and he gets the call right just about every time.
And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. To 2-2 now.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Here's the pitch on 2-2. Lifted the other way to left center. Worth is over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 66, Yasiel Puig.
Yasiel Puig gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. And he'll look at a first pitch curveball that's in the dirt. It's ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. Grounded to short. Espinosa's there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Time now for Capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. Thoughts, EK? Anyone stand out?
Well, Matt, I really appreciate the way that Bryce Harper plays the game. He's swinging a hot bat right now as he has 3 home runs in this series alone. I'm guessing they're going to pitch him a little more carefully in this one, but who knows? Maybe he'll stay white hot at the plate.
Scott Kazmir will do the pitching in hostile territory here in Game 5. EK, what do you got?
Yeah, Matty, in his last outing, he didn't finish what he started, but he did throw a strong 8 innings, got his ball club to win.
Now that we have a chance, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for the Dodgers. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, when you talk about a position that requires arm strength, right field is one of those. This man, he has arm strength to die for. He could throw it from the wall. He could probably throw it from the darn stands. I hope he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Ben Revere will stand in, and he was one of the heroes last time out with 2 big home runs.
Boy, he picked a good time for him, too. Here on the big stage in October, the way he was attacking the baseball, he is definitely not lacking for confidence when he's at the plate.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. And the throw to first will be in time, so they stamp out the bunt attempt.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play, and they're going to take care of him at first.
Anthony Rendon will stand in now for the first time, coming off, well, nothing short of a dynamic performance last time out.
Well, it makes you wonder how they're going to attack him here in this game. I would bet that they're a lot more cautious with him.
First pitch on its way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. Hit hard down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller, the thought is that you've got to get out there and hit the ball before it sinks. So that means if you're a right-handed hitter, you got to jump out there and pull it. And that's exactly what he did.
Bryce Harper takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away. First delivery to him on the way. And a slider tails outside for ball one.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone, so that's a good job just to lay off.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that'll get down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the one-out single.
Even though this ball gets to the wall, I think it's still the right decision to stay at first. The way this was shaping up, I'm not so sure he was going to make it, so he'll just hold on with a loud single.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Runners are at first and third, one away. Now a swing by Zimmerman and a ball well hit out to deep left field. And nearly a three-run shot. Instead, it's a foul ball. This is line to left. And that's a fair ball as this will rattle up into the corner. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Yeah, not exactly the time to raise the warning flags just yet, but it's not often you'll see him give up 3 hits in the first inning. It's easy to sit here and say, maybe he doesn't have his best stuff, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to see him run off a string of 8 in a row either.
Here's Jason Worth. And this ball hits the first base bag. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
And the key to this is that he's running hard out of the batter's box all the way. You know, with some guys, it's not always the case, but he is really busting it down the line, and he's going to get rewarded with the infield hit.
Daniel Murphy will take his cuts now, and he is one guy whose bat has not made the transition from regular season to postseason.
Yeah, and he was so good during the regular year, but he's been a non-factor so far in this postseason.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one. Well, this first inning's been a rough one already. He needs an out here in the worst way.
Yeah, and you don't want to get caught having to play catch-up this early in the ballgame. So you're right. He's got to work his way out of this jam right now.
Seared down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
First and second, you see the first baseman playing behind the runner. Now, if he's holding him, this might be a double play. Instead, it's by him down the line, and it's going to bring home a run.
Wilson Ramos will step in now with 3 home in the inning and another 2 men out there on base.
This inning's really starting to unravel quickly from a defensive point of view. This is where you need a nice pop-up in a big way.
Smoke toward the hole. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. Notch 1 in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Boy, this is a manager's worst nightmare. The starter's given up 6 hits now in the first inning, and he's really showing no signs that he's about to start figuring it out. You hate to make a change with this much baseball left to be played, but it seems almost inevitable at this point.
Danny Espinoza will stand in, and you see the numbers for the series so far. He's really been one of their unsung heroes.
It seems like in just about every series, you get that one guy who really steps up, and he's been that guy so far.
And now some action in that Dodger bullpen as a left-hander has begun to get loose. Here comes the first pitch. Circle change there, called strike one.
That's not really a bad take that time. You've got a guy out there on the mound that's had his hands full already, so you've got to make him prove that he can find the zone.
Down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike two. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to put this ball in play.
And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Boy, at the very least, if you're going to go down swinging. That's a tough way to make a second out when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Standing in now, Steven Strasburg, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one.
You can bet they'd love to have him get out of this without having to call in that bullpen just yet.
4 runs here in this half inning. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hat.
To first. Kendrick's got it. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. Second inning upcoming from our nation's capital. Nationals on top, 4-0. Reddick makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
Hard hit ball to second. Well, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out.
And this is just the pitcher's way of making sure his infielders are awake out there. First pitch of the inning, and this ball's hit pretty hard, but as you can see, he doesn't have that far to go to pull it in.
Stepping in now, Justin Turner. As he'll take a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fly ball out to straightaway right. On the move is Harper, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Well, that's back-to-back curveballs right there, and he couldn't really square either of them up, and he's retired easily on the flyout.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the first baseman, Howie Kendrick. Strasburg looks in. Here's the first pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit hard to the right. Foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. That misses 1-2.
And you know what? Give this guy some credit up there because this had the looks of a very quick inning. But at least he's been able to stretch his at-bat out a little bit.
2 out, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have...
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They're down 4-0. Ben Revere will stand in for the second time now as he'll again get the opportunity to lead off an inning.
Yeah, 9 men came to bat in that first inning, so now they get a chance to reset and start over here in the second.
Drilled on the ground to short. Seager is up with it and taken in out there for the first out.
The third baseman, number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Digging in to try it again, Anthony Rendon. He singled his last time up. And, looked inside, but that's ruled a strike. 0-1. 1 out, nobody on. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Rendon on his way to second. And this is off the fence now out near the Washington bullpen. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
I'll tell you, this guy has been something else in these playoffs. I mean, when it matters most, he's come up aces more times than not. And he delivers once again here with a ringing double. Man, he's fun to watch.
So a runner on second with 1 down now. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
1 out and a runner on second base. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Any surprise they're attacking him like this? Those are 2 good pitches.
No, I think that's the way this guy operates. He won't back down out there, nor should he.
And here's the ball lifted high into foul ground down the right field line. Puig is over, and he puts it away in foul ground for the second out.
This has just been a rough day for this guy so far in this one. Everything they're hitting is hard, even if it's right at someone.
Now to the plate, Ryan Zimmerman. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Right there for strike 1. 2 out here and a runner at second. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
And even though he's given up his share of hits so far, he still hasn't walked anybody, so at least he's got that going for him.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Hit hard back up the middle. That's in there. Base hit. Oh, and he misses the stop sign there as he heads for the plate. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
Now batting,
Jason Ward steps in to try and keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single.
And that's a nice job right there to drive in the run by the last guy, and it can definitely fire up a team when someone comes through big time with 2 outs.
And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. And that misses for ball 1. You know, you start to worry that maybe this already has the makings of a short outing.
And that's not what that man right there wants to hear. He'd hate to have to make a change this early, but he might have to.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
And this is what you got to do up there, Steve. You got to wait him out.
Yeah, and if you can lay off the off-speed stuff, that's when you're going to get your fastball to hit.
Drilled right back up the middle. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Well, another good at-bat right here. He's sacrificing those power stats for a little on-base percentage, and he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Nothing wrong with that.
Daniel Murphy gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. Looking to minimize the damage here. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Hit down the third base line. And he'll just step on third, and the inning is over. Only 1 in the inning for the Nationals. We'll go now to the top of the third. The Nationals lead it 5-0. Yasmani Grandal will stand things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Now a fastball to start the third. That misses. It's ball 1. A big uppercut there as he popped this straight up. Rendon is there for it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Maybe a pitch here that he's trying to do a little too much with. He just can't get on top of it and winds up an easy pop out.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And making his way in is the second baseman, Chase Utley. Strasburg gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Murphy's got it. On to first as the throw takes care of him, and it's a quick 2-up, 2-down start to the third.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Scott Kazmir will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Number 73 has come out into the on-deck circle now, as that's going to spell the end for Scott Kazmir. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Dodgers. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Clayton Kershaw is going to come on to pitch here, and seeing as though it's just the third inning, he may be asked to work for a while.
Kershaw.
Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian here as it's Wilson Ramos that gets set to lead off the Nationals half of the inning.
Ramos.
Into the seats, 0-1. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Peterson is right there, one down.
And you have to figure he didn't think he'd be seeing any action this early on, but he's going to need to hold down the fort for a while here, now that their starter's already out of the ballgame.
Danny Espinoza in now. He went down looking in his first trip to the plate.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
And he will make the play out there, and there are two away now.
The pitcher, number 37, Steven Strasburg.
Striding into the box, Steven Strasburg. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Into the windup and the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Turner is right there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Nationals down on a mere 4 pitches as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Jock Peterson will stand in to begin their half of the fourth, with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
Yeah, still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless.
Well, that may have been a borderline call right there, but you know what? He's going to get those calls sometimes. He's a big-name pitcher out there, and that can certainly play into your favor.
Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control 0-2.
And we've seen guys swing at that four-seam riding fastball up in the zone. But you're never going to get on top of that thing when it's up that high.
Too low with a fastball there. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd, with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
And you'll get a good look at the grip on his 2-seam fastball. You grip it along the narrower seams on the baseball, and that gives it that running action you don't see on the 4-seamers.
Here's Corey Seager. That's lifted the other way out to left. Worth on the move. And he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Man, and not only has he not allowed a hit to this point, but he's also faced the minimum so far. You can't do much better than that.
Yasiel Puig digs in with his team still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Yeah, they just haven't been able to figure it out yet, but it's still early. We're seeing some pretty good pitching so far in this game.
Up the middle and off his leg. Great support from his infield, though, as that's the third out. Weird way to end the inning. Can't start any better than this. He set down the first 12. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Washington leads this one 5-0. Ben Revere is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
Now a check swing, but he makes contact and hits it out in front of the plate. And a rather easy first out.
Well, not the most convincing way to start an inning right here. You're going to see him try to hold back, but he winds up making contact anyway. Sort of an excuse-me swing right there. And this is just an easy chance here on the mound, and that's a quick first out.
In now is Anthony Rendon. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
This is a guy whose numbers are on the rise, and this is a big reason why. 2 close pitches, 2 good takes, and now he's in a great hitter's count, 2-0.
Hit sharply on the ground. Utley is there. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
And this is a guy who's going to give up his share of hits. But that's because he just says, hey, go ahead. Here's my best stuff. Try to hit it. He's got such good stuff that most times when guys do hit it, they'll put it on the ground right at somebody.
Here's Bryce Harper now. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Ball 1.
Well, that's not a real favorable call for him right here. It's one thing when you're facing a lightweight hitter up there, but facing a guy like this, the difference between 1-1 and 0-2 is huge.
Kershaw gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Josh Reddick will stand in here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason, we see starting pitching really come to the forefront. And this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
Strasburg is ready. First pitch on its way. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Hit hard up the middle, gloved by Murphy. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Into the box, Justin Turner. As he'll take a look at ball one.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And this is handled easily, so quickly 2 are gone here to start the 5th. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. At the plate, Howie Kendrick. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. It wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Yeah, that first fastball took off on him a little bit. This is a much better spot.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. 2-2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Full count now. 3-2. Yasmani Grandal would be next if they can keep this inning alive. And the perfect game will go by the wayside here as this pitch misses for ball 4.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Yasmani Grandal will dig in now, hoping to perhaps make him pay for the 2-out walk.
Yeah, nothing going on earlier in this inning, but a chance to make some noise right here. Those kind of walks often seem to come back and bite guys somehow.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And after a walk, I think there's a little anger behind that fastball.
Here comes the 0-1. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Pulled toward right center field. Harper has a read on it. And the inning is over. 1 left for LA. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ryan Zimmerman comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. Hard liner towards short. Well, this will be taken in out there at short, and that's the first out of the inning.
Pretty good work out of the bullpen, as you see there. He got called in much earlier than I'm sure he expected, but he's given him a real lift so far.
One gone for the Nationals in the fifth, and here's the left fielder, Jason Worth. Hit high in the air down the right field line. In there, a base hit.
Yeah, this one looked like one of PK's 4 irons. He just kind of shanks this thing right down the right field line, but he manages to drop it just inside the chalk line, and that's a thing of beauty.
Daniel Murphy steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Smoked on the ground left side. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning.
Well, this isn't going to go into the scorebook as an error, but it probably does cost him the double play. He was lucky to get a handle on that thing just in time to get the out at first.
Wilson Ramos will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And you know, I think he's had a good approach in each of his first 2 at-bats. He seems to be seeing the ball well and putting some decent swings on it.
Five runs, 10 hits, and no errors so far for the Nationals. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And Kendrick will make the play to retire the side. One left for Washington as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Chase Utley will start things out for the Dodgers in their half of inning number 6.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Fouled back. Might have thought about it here, but he lays off the breaking ball inside. It's even at 1. Two and 1.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And Utley not biting at that one as he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
Oh, I think he'd be real happy with the leadoff walk. Something just to get things started against this guy.
Chopped foul right at home plate. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. There to tuck it in is Rendon for the first out.
The batter, number 20.
Yeah, a good pitch there as he gets the pop out on the fastball as we take a look at his pitch breakdown so far.
Clayton Kershaw will come on as he's newly into the ballgame, getting his first plate appearance now here in the 6th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Surprised that there's no pinch hitter here?
Shocked is more the word for me. You're losing, but you're letting a reliever hit? I just don't get it.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he won't offer it that. Too high. 1-2.
And now on 1-2, this might be a spot where that high fastball was just a setup so that he can come back with that big curve.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Set to deal on 2-2. And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Boy, his guys got him the lead back in the very first inning, and he hasn't looked back since. He's had everything go his way so far, and this inning's turning out to be no exception.
Jock Peterson will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
High in the air into shallow left center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Dodgers down in order. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Gets things started here in the 6th for the hometown team.
Danny Espinosa.
Breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Not a bad idea to take a look at that one there. Now that you've seen the curveball, you can start to get a better gauge on it. Get a feel for what it looks like coming out of the pitcher's hand.
And he'll lay off here. It's a ball and a strike to the Washington shortstop. Lifted in the air to center. Peterson has a read on it. 1 out.
Well, they took him up the ladder right there with the fastball, and he actually did a pretty good job to get wood on it at all. But it's still an easy play out there in center field.
Steven Strasburg comes to the plate now, likely due to the large cushion he has to work with on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's got that big lead and a chance to get deeper into this ball game, but he needs to make sure he stays focused because sometimes that competitive edge can dwindle on you a little bit when you think you're just cruising.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Kershaw into the windup. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Here's Ben Revere. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Chopped toward the second baseman. Utley's up with it, and the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're on to the 7th inning now in the deciding Game 5. It's the Nationals 5 and the Dodgers nothing. Back here at Nationals Park, it's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Corey Seager will stand in to start the 7th with that big 0 still looming in the hit column.
All right, can I officially start the countdown right now? I'm not scared to talk about a no-hitter up here. There's only 9 outs between him and a no-hitter as we speak.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Here's the first pitch to him. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. Now the 0-1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate to hold up in time.
And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
And after you move a guy off the plate and you know he's all worked up, that's a perfect time to drop a curveball or a changeup on him. Great pitch call right there.
Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2. On deck, the man they've all come to see, Yasiel Puig, waiting next. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through for a base hit. And the no-hitter is gone. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game here in the 7th. So the no-hit bid will end right here. Yasiel Puig will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
Couldn't hold up on the curveball there as he went around for strike 1.
Here's a good spot to finally break through against this guy. You've got the leadoff man on, the heart of the order's coming up, and maybe this is a good chance to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in there.
Got a pretty good lead right there.
Strasburg comes set. Here's the 0-1. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Nobody out, runner on first. On the ground is short. This could be two. Espinosa's up with it. The second for one.
And here's why you always go in hard at second base. This could be a very easy double play ball, but you see the aggressive slide here. That really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up getting just one on that play. Excellent aggressive base running.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. As this is popped foul behind the plate, it's strike one. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second.
We've already seen the ball's not really traveling all that well here tonight, so both these managers might start thinking, we got to shake it up a little here offensively. So they turn him loose here, and he's into scoring position with the stolen base.
Runner at second here with one man out. Now a look and a throw back to second. Don't want to forget about him. Hit hard on the ground to second. Murphy has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
All right, now you're looking at no way for them to manufacture a run, really. There's a guy on third now, but 2 outs. That really wasn't all that helpful.
Justin Turner will dig in. 0 for 2. He's flied out and popped out so far.
Just getting under it right now. See if he can make an adjustment and keep that top hand strong this time.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and deep to left center field. Worth going back to the track. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More on tap from Game 5 after this. Anthony Rendon will start things off here for Washington with Bryce Harper on deck due to hit second. First offering on its way. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Now the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Right fielder number 34.
Into the box now, Bryce Harper. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
And he was absolutely frozen with a good fastball, so let's see if he's a little more aggressive on that pitch this time.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Fly ball heading for the alley. On the move is Reddick, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
Now batting, first baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
Ryan Zimmerman digs in now after lining out in his last try.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1.
Now he's working into his 5th inning out of the bullpen, so he's likely well beyond what was expected of him.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his third hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Jason Worth digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Now, he's probably lucky he didn't make contact on that one.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Right over the top with that curveball, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Two strike deliveries in the dirt. 1-2 now.
That big curveball is not an easy one to take on an 0-2 count. That's a great job of holding on.
A little low. It's 2-2.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. On 2-2 now, you got to come up with your best pitch right here because this is a definite strikeout situation.
And Kershaw can't find the target there as he's run it as far as it can go now. It's 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Now the Dodgers get a right-hander up and throwing in their bullpen. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard towards center. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Hey, and when you've got a guy going for a shutout, you may as well get him some more help. I doubt he'll need it, but they're able to add on for him here.
Daniel Murphy strides in, grounded out his last time through.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Chop foul over towards the dugout. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is on the ground for Utley. Could be 2. 1 there. And he won't try for more than that as he's taken out pretty hard that time.
Well, this is a pretty smart decision here at second base. He's got that clock running in his head, so he knows he's about to take a shot. So at that point, why risk throwing this ball into the dugout or into the 10th row? He just absorbs the hit, and he hangs on to the baseball.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. The short, hit hard. Underhanded flip. He'll send it the short way to Utley at second, and that's that. Only 1 in the inning for the Nationals. 8th inning coming up. The Nationals are out in front here, 6-0. Howie Kendrick will stand in to start out the 8th with that starter still out there, and he's definitely been a tough nut to crack.
No, he's been dominant all game long, and I think part of it is that he got himself a nice lead early on, and that's allowed him to not really worry about making a mistake. He's been free and easy the whole way through.
Left side. Rendon is there. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Yasmani Grandal will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
And it looks like the scouting report says, work this guy away, and it's been paying off.
And whoever put together that scouting report did a real nice job, because this whole team hasn't done much offensively at all.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out number 2. Well, these fans have been treated to a fine outing out of their hometown starter as we give you a look at the numbers here. A big 0 in the run column on the right-hand side of your screen. Chase Utley will stand in now with 2 away, needing to really get something started here.
And their chances of getting back into this ball game are growing dimmer by the batter.
First pitch coming, here it is. Curveball just misses apparently, 1-0.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center, and he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Danny Espinoza will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far.
Yeah, guys, he's got to be feeling a little bit like that dog that gets left out in the rain while the rest of the family's inside by the fire. I guess he's just not seeing what everyone else is.
Yimi Garcia will come on now in a mop-up role, as he'll just try and keep this deficit from growing any larger. Danny Espinoza will be the first one to greet him here, as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now.
When you're 0 for 3 in a game already, I think you're really happy to see a new pitcher in this ballgame. Maybe something will change for him.
Ball 1.
Mm,
2-0.
When you're down by 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Steven Strasburg will buy himself another at-bat, and in turn he'll get himself a nice little ovation for the work he's turned in on the mound so far.
He's been great. This is an appreciative crowd. They like what they've seen, and I don't blame them.
And the pitch. High pop-up. Kendrick is going to get there. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Up next for the
He'll take a long exhale on his way back to the dugout. When he looks back on the tape of this, he'll realize that he needs to be a little more committed to his swing. He had no chance of that working out well for him.
Ben Revere will step in, a ground-out victim as last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
In there at the knees, strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Hard hit ball to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. They lead it 6-0. Back now with baseball on the show from the nation's capital. Just down the street from that building, we are set for what remains in this one. Andre Ethier is going to pinch hit here to lead off the 9th, and with his club already well down, he'll just need to try and get on base here. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Revere is under it. 1 down.
The batter,
2 outs away from a victory here that you'd have to say will be a rather convincing one.
You know, Matt, in every phase of the game, hitting, pitching, defense, it all favors the home side here. Top to bottom, they've been the better team.
Jock Peterson will stand in, and they've done a good job keeping him off base at the top of the lineup. He's 0 for 3 thus far. Here's the first pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Revere is there, and there are 2 men gone now.
Yeah, it's not like he needed any help. He's pitching well enough as it is, but this is now 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the inning. And he's growing more and more confident with every passing batter.
Corey Seager will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. Here's the first pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Revere, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
A rare mistake pitch there. That's just their second hit of the ball game, but this will go for a double.
In now is Yasiel Puig. Swinging a ball line hard towards short. And the Nationals will forge on. They're off to the NL Championship Series.
Well, that's a pretty good celebration going on down there on the field, but they know that they have a lot of work left to do, and they'll start thinking about it all over again here in a couple of days when they play in the NLCS.
And, guys, we were treated to an excellent pitching performance in this one by the gentleman you see right here, Steven Strasburg. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Division Series on MLB The Show.
The final line score for the ball game tonight. For the victorious Washington Nationals, 6 runs on 13 hits. No errors. Left 7 men on base. For the Dodgers, no runs and only 2 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. The winning pitcher is Steven Strasburg. The loss goes to Scott Kazmir. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at Nationals Park, 41,222. The Nationals thank you for your attendance and remind you to please drive home safely.